Everyone, today I want to speak to you about something more precious than gold, more powerful than money, and more fleeting than we often realize. Time. In our fast-paced lives, we often overlook the value of time, forgetting that every second lost is gone forever. Let's explore 6 key points that show just how important time is in shaping our lives. Time is one of the most precious resources we possess, yet it is often taken for granted. Among all the things in life, wealth, success, relationships, time stands out as truly irreplaceable. While money lost can be earned back, and broken objects can often be repaired or replaced, once a moment passes, it is gone forever. No matter how rich, powerful, or influential a person might be, they cannot buy back even a single second of time. This reality makes time more valuable than any material possession. Many people only begin to understand the value of time when they feel it left, during illness, at the end of life, or when they reflect on years gone by. This realization often brings regret, especially when time was spent on things that held little meaning or value. People might wish they had spent more time with loved ones, followed their passions, or taken better care of their mental and physical health. Sadly, those lost moments can never be retrieved. That is the painful truth about time. It moves in only one direction, and it waits for no one. Time also plays a crucial role in shaping our life's direction. Every decision we make and how much time we dedicate to certain areas, education, relationships, personal growth, determines our future. When we waste time, we not only delay our progress, but also limit the opportunities that may arise. For example, a student who procrastinates may miss just the opportunities that are lost, but also the precious time that could have been used to chase them. The irreplaceable nature of time also teaches us to be present. In a world filled with distractions, we often rush through life without truly experiencing it. We scroll through our phones while sitting with family, or think about tomorrow while missing today. But the truth is, the present moment is all we really have. Being fully present in each moment allows us to appreciate life more deeply, connect more genuinely with others, and live with fewer regrets. Understanding that time is irreplaceable helps us become more intentional. It encourages us to prioritize wisely, to spend time with those we love, and to focus on what truly matters. It pushes us to let go of things that drain us or waste our energy, and to instead invest in things that bring meaning, joy, and fulfillment. Time, when managed wisely, becomes a powerful teacher of discipline. Discipline is often viewed as the backbone of success and personal growth, and time management is its greatest ally. When we commit to using our time effectively, we begin to develop routines, habits, and behaviors that strengthen our willpower and self-control. Over time, this leads to a more structured, goal-oriented life, where we are better able to resist distractions and stay focused on what truly matters. At its core, discipline is about doing what needs to be done, even when we don't feel like doing it. Time management forces us into this mindset. For instance, waking up early every morning requires resisting the comfort of extra sleep. Choosing to study instead of scrolling through social media demands self-restraint. When we create and stick to, start to feel more in control of our time and ultimately our life. One of the greatest benefits of discipline through time management is consistency. Success in any area of life, whether academic, professional, or personal, requires consistent effort. This consistency is only possible when we value our time and use it wisely. A person who dedicates time each day to learning, exercising, or improving a skill will inevitably grow, while someone who wastes time or acts only when motivation strikes may struggle to make progress. Discipline bridges the gap between our goals and the actions needed to reach them. Time also teaches us to prioritize. In a world full of distractions and endless tasks, not everything deserves our attention. Discipline helps us identify what is truly important and allocate time accordingly. It pushes us to finish urgent work before indulging in leisure, and to plan ahead rather than rushing at the last moment. This ability to prioritize makes us more efficient and productive, reducing stress and improving our overall quality of life. Moreover, discipline gained through time management builds confidence. When we set goals and follow a timetable to achieve them, we begin to trust ourselves more. Each time we meet a deadline, stick to a routine, or complete a task, we reinforce our belief in our ability to manage life effectively. This self-trust is empowering. It helps us take on greater challenges with the assurance that we have the discipline to handle them. In addition, disciplined use of time promotes balance. It ensures we don't neglect important areas of life, such as health, family, rest, and recreation. With good time management, we can create a balanced routine that supports both productivity and well-being. This leads to a more fulfilling, satisfying life. In summary, time is not just a measure of our days. It is a training ground for discipline. When we respect time and use it wisely, we train ourselves to be more focused, consistent, and purposeful. This discipline becomes the key to unlocking our full potential and living a life of intention and achievement. Important areas of life such as health, family, rest, and recreation. With good time management, we can create a balanced routine that supports both productivity and well-being. This leads to a more fulfilling, satisfying life. Time plays a vital role in shaping the opportunities we encounter and ultimately determines how our lives unfold. Every opportunity in life, whether big or small, exists within a specific window of time. If we fail to recognize and act within that window, the opportunity can disappear, sometimes forever. Understanding the timing of an opportunity is just as important as recognizing its value. Being prepared at the right moment can change the course of our lives, while being unprepared or delayed can mean missing out on something important. In many cases, success is not just about talent or hard work, it's about timing. For example, an entrepreneur may have a brilliant idea, but if they don't act quickly, someone else might bring a similar idea to life first. A student might have the chance to apply for a scholarship, but if they miss the deadline, that door closes. In each case, the opportunity was shaped and limited by time. It's a powerful reminder that we must be alert, prepared, and responsive to the moments that life offers us. Time also helps us prepare for opportunities before they arrive. Often, we don't know exactly when a chance will come, but if we consistently invest time in learning, improving ourselves, and staying ready, we'll be in a better position to seize opportunities when they do appear. For instance, an athlete trains for years without knowing when the chance to compete at a higher level might come. But when it does, their preparation, spread across countless hours of disciplined time, allows them to rise to the occasion. Opportunities can also be shaped by how we spend our time daily. Time invested in meaningful actions such as networking, building relationships, learning new skills, or engaging in creative work often leads to new paths and unexpected chances. On the other hand, time wasted on distractions or unproductive habits can close doors. The way we choose to spend each day either brings us closer to opportunity or pushes it further away. Moreover, time teaches us that not all opportunities last forever. Sometimes they are brief and fleeting. A chance to say something kind, to apply for a dream job, to start a business, or to repair a relationship may come only once. If we delay, telling ourselves maybe later, we may find that later never comes. That's why time demands not just recognition of opportunity, but timely action. Time also helps us understand the difference between good and bad opportunities. With patience and experience, we learn that not every chance is the right one. Time gives us perspective. When used wisely, it helps us evaluate, reflect, and make better decisions about which opportunities to pursue. In essence, time shapes opportunity in every way, through preparation, awareness, decision-making, and action. When we respect time and use it purposefully, we place ourselves in the flow of life's best chances. When we praise time, we can safely be quiet in ourselves. We can put the mental energy in focus on the task and dedicate all of our efforts. When we waste time, we often watch those chances pass us by. Life offers many doors, but only time can unlock them. And once the moment is gone, we may never get it back. Laude. It doesn't lie or make excuses. It clearly shows what we value most by highlighting where we focus our energy and attention. For example, a person might say their family is the most important part of their life. But if they consistently spend most of their time at work, on their phone, or with friends, rather than being present with loved ones, their time use suggests otherwise. Similarly, someone might express a desire to get fit or learn a new skill, yet if they regularly choose entertainment over exercise or study, it becomes clear where their real priorities lie. Intentions may be good, but it is our consistent use of time that reveals what matters most to us. Time is a limited resource. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, and how we choose to spend them reflects the direction of our lives. If we prioritize things that bring long-term benefit like education, relationships, health, or personal growth, we are likely to see steady improvement in those areas. But if we fill our days with distractions, short-term pleasures, or unproductive habits, our lives will reflect that as well. In this way, time acts as both a guide and a judge. It silently records our choices and shows us the results over weeks, months, and years. One of the most eye-opening ways to assess our priorities is to track how we spend a typical day. Many people are surprised to find how much time slips away on things they didn't consciously choose. Endless scrolling on social media, watching TV, or engaging in tasks that don't contribute to their goals. This gap between what we say matters and how we actually live is where dissatisfaction and regret often begin. But the good news is that by becoming aware of this gap, we can start to make better choices. Changing our time habits starts with clarity. When we are clear about our goals and values, it becomes easier to align our schedule with them. If health is a priority, we make time to cook healthy meals or exercise. If learning is important, we carve out time to read, study, or take courses. Small, consistent actions in the right direction build a life that reflects our deepest values. Ultimately, time is the most honest measurement of what we truly care about. We can't fake our way around it. Our calendars, routines, and habits all speak louder than our words. When we start treating time as a reflection of our inner priorities, we begin to live more intentionally and meaningfully. Instead of letting the day control us, we take control of the day. And in doing so, we create a life that matches the values we hold most dear. Time, when used wisely, becomes one of the greatest tools for personal, emotional, and intellectual growth. Growth doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual, continuous process that unfolds over time. Whether we are trying to learn a new skill, heal from a past experience, improve our character, or build our careers, the journey always requires patience, consistency, and most importantly, time. It is through time that we evolve, mature, and become better versions of ourselves. Personal growth is deeply tied to the investment of time in meaningful activities. For instance, reading, practicing a craft, exercising, or learning a new language all require regular dedication over weeks, months, or even years. The results don't come immediately, but time allows us to build small efforts into significant achievements. Each day of practice adds a layer of improvement, and over time, those layers build into mastery. The most successful people in any field didn't achieve their status overnight. They grew over time through persistent effort, setbacks, and learning experiences. Time also plays a key role in emotional and psychological growth. Life brings with it many challenges, disappointments, and hardship. These moments, though painful, often teach us the most about ourselves. However, healing and emotional resilience don't come instantly. It takes time to process difficult experiences, understand our emotions, and gain the strength to move forward. With time, we learn to be more patient, more forgiving, and more understanding, not just toward others, but also toward ourselves. Growth also involves reflection, and that requires time and stillness. In our busy lives, we often move from one task to another without stopping to think about what we've learned or how we've changed. Setting aside time to reflect, whether through journaling, meditation, or quiet thought, helps us gain insights into our actions and choices. These insights are essential for growth as they guide us in making better decisions and understanding our purpose. In relationships, time helps us grow closer to others. Friendships, love, and trust cannot be rushed. They deepen with shared experiences, consistent care, and the ups and downs that test and strengthen bonds. Time teaches us to be patient with others and to appreciate the beauty of connection built over years, not moments. Even failure, often seen as a setback, becomes a source of growth when given time. Mistakes teach valuable lessons, and with time we gain the wisdom to avoid repeating them. Every failure holds the potential for growth if we take the time to learn from it. Ultimately, growth is not about speed, it is about direction and progress. Time gives us the space to evolve gradually, allowing us to become stronger, wiser, and more capable human beings. It encourages us to trust the process and stay committed to our journey, knowing that meaningful change takes time. When we respect time and use it for our development, we open the door to continuous, lifelong growth that enriches every part of our lives. Time is the foundation upon which a legacy is built. A legacy is not created in a single day. It is the result of countless moments, choices, and actions accumulated over a lifetime. Every day we live, every decision we make, and every way we choose to spend our time contributes to the story we leave behind. Whether we realize it or not, we are always in the process of building a legacy, not just through our accomplishments, but through the impact we have on others and the values we live by. The use of time reveals what kind of legacy we will leave. Those who use their time to serve others, to grow personally, to support their communities, or to pursue meaningful goals, create legacies that inspire and uplift. Think of the teachers who dedicate years to educating and shaping young minds, or the artists who spend hours perfecting their craft to create works that move generations. These legacies are not born from one grand gesture, but from the steady investment of time in things that matter. Time allows us to build character. Over the years, the way we handle challenges, treat people, and stand by our principles defines who we are. People may not always remember what we said, but they will remember how we made them feel. They will remember if we were kind, dependable, and honest. These qualities, developed and demonstrated over time, form the emotional and moral legacy we leave behind. They influence how people speak of us when we're gone, and what lessons others carry forward because of our example. Building a legacy also involves using time to create something lasting. This might be a business, a body of work, a family, a community project, or even a tradition. Whatever form it takes, creating something that outlives us requires commitment, effort, and the patience to work through setbacks. Time gives us the space to dream, to build, and to leave behind something meaningful. Without the consistent use of time, even the most brilliant ideas remain unrealized. Moreover, the legacy we build through time influences future generations. Parents shape the future through the time they spend raising and guiding their children. Leaders leave their mark by investing time in mentoring others and making wise, ethical decisions. Even small, daily acts of kindness or responsibility can leave a deep impression on others, especially when repeated over time. The ripple effect of our actions spreads farther than we often imagine. We may not always know how our time today will impact tomorrow, but we can be certain that how we choose to live each day shapes the legacy we are creating. Time gives us the opportunity to leave behind more than memories. It gives us the chance to leave